Hi guys, LordOfPondtail here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Today we're looking at the second part of my series of Eden videos. So my Alliance Undisputed have been now in Eden for just coming up to the end of our third day. I did a video a couple of days ago just to show the very basics on day one, what you're going to expect. And we've been moving on through the last couple of days as the members of the Alliance learn the various functions and we try and unlock new territory and move towards those city zones where you can get that all important occupation value. So what have we been up to? Well, if you look on the map here, I'm just going to zoom out a bit and you'll see now I'm in my Pond solo account, my second C25, and you'll see on the map that from the little pins that members of my alliance are quite spread out now into one or two zones. We've taken two different gates in the past 2 days. I know other larger alliances like the Immortals have taken 7 or 8 gates, but they are the top alliance in our section of the game, so I'd expect them to be progressing rapidly. How are you going to take a gate? Well, we've been learning about that in the last couple of days. So in your area, as I showed the other day, you're going to have gates that you can access. And if we just find one in our zone, here we go. So what you're going to want to do at the end of the first day is you're going to want to progress through the different areas of the Eden map, and to do that you have to take the gate. To take a gate you're going to need to make tiles to the gate, and then you'll be able to attack it. Now if another alliance has attacked and won the gate, it will be in this, as you can see on the screen, it will be in a protection status for up to 24 hours. So there's a benefit to getting to gates first and then taking them quickly, because you'll get a 24-hour head start effectively on the other alliances that are in your area of the map. So that's one point to bear in mind first. Second thing is, to actually take a gate you need at least 2,700 loyalty. Loyalty is built up the same way as you would do in previous Reign of Chaos seasons, so upgrading your coalition base camps. You can also increase loyalty in the specialization menu by going on the right bar here in the construction specialization. So this will give you, each coalition base camp increases 75 bonus loyalty. So if you upgrade that fully, you can get an extra 300 loyalty to speed up your loyalty progression or loyalty level. So those members of your alliance that have gained 2,700 loyalty, they can attack the gate. You're going to need to defeat the guardian of the gate, and you're going to have half an hour to do that before it respawns. The gates are going to have very high demolition values. So if you look here, this gate has got 100,000 demolition, so that is 10 times what a alliance center would have in a normal Reign of Chaos. And when you get to city zones, etc., the demolition values just increase even higher. So there's a challenge there that you have to just reduce that demolition value to 0 within a half an hour period. A good strategy to do that is, as you can see here, U49 are moving their castles as close to the gate as they can, so that when they attack the gate, they will be able to make as many runs as possible, because the marching time will be quite short if they use cavalry. Obviously, footmen do have a higher demolition value, so it just depends on how many people are going to be in the attack and how strong their legions are in terms of their demolition value. But those are a couple of key things to consider when you're going to take a gate. A couple of other things that we've been learning about Eden in the last couple of days. So if you're looking to enter and exit, as we talked about on Monday, you need to exit at the seasons screen and click on exit. One thing to note is that there is a 10-minute cooldown time once you enter. So beware, if you are in trouble, your castle might be attacked, you can't exit and protect it for the first 10 minutes after you enter. So that's something to bear in mind, that 10-minute exit cooldown. Another thing is teleporting. So as we talked about in the first video, you can't just use normal advanced teleports or even random teleports to move around the Eden map. It has its own specific system for teleporting. And I'm just going to click on my territory here. So I've got 2 legions marching towards this location. As you can see, I've already taken 2 adjacent tiles to where they're going. There is a specific reason for this, because to move your castle anywhere in the Eden map, you need to take 4 adjacent tiles next to each other. When you've done that, you can then actually teleport your castle to that location. They can be any 4 tiles, whether they're resource or just plain empty tiles, but you'll need to have these 4 tiles to be able to move to that location. The other caveat to moving is that there is a 2-hour cooldown to moving the castle. So you won't move immediately, you're going to have to wait those 2 hours. And the other thing is that it's going to cost you 1,000 stone and 10,000 construction material to do this, to make a teleport. You're really not going to want to do more than 1 probably a day, depending on the, how much stone and construction material you have saved up in your account. And you're going to want to be strategic about where you teleport to. If you don't want to get left behind with the rest of the alliance, so you'll see here I'm moving my main into this new segment that we took this morning, and a lot of my fellow guild members have also moved around to this location. You want to be able to support the team, and if you can still support them from your original location, but you're going to have a long marching time. And that is the other thing that we've learned, is once you've taken a gate, that basically unlocks that next zone, and your troops can march in between zones once the gates are unlocked to take tiles or whatever they need to do. But obviously it's going to be more time consuming the further you are away. So you will want to use this teleporting mechanism. The other thing, as I just said as well, is that it's really important for those castles that have got the higher levels of loyalty, so they can help attack a gate or potentially a city zone once you're a couple of days into the game. It's going to be important to move close to those areas so that you can assist the attack and reduce as much of that demolition value from those locations as you can. So let's have a quick look at this teleportation mechanism. So I've got the 4 tiles next to each other, and if you click on any one of the 4 tiles, it will give you this option to teleport. And then you have this icon here, this building icon, and my mouse is going all funny now. Let's see if I can just use the touchpad. Yeah. So you'll have this kind of place icon become available, and once you've got it over the your 4 tiles, it will flash green as it is, and it will allow you to place. And then it's going to say, after construction, castles can be relocated here. And as I mentioned, it's going to take 1,000 stone, and you're going to need 10,000 construction materials. I haven't actually spent much time in solo this week at all in Eden, so I don't even have the construction materials for that yet. But I will take the necessary stone tiles and build that up so we can do that. And as you can see below here, there is that 2-hour timer for the build. And for now, that's everything we've kind of learned about the Eden season. People are starting to give you a kind of generalized view of what's going on our map. Various alliances are starting to build up groups of allies. It is quite strategic. If you think you're limited to the number of players that you can have in a guild isn't going to be able to, even if you have 100 very strong players in a guild like IMM have, you can't be protecting every city zone on the map all the time. And there are going to be obviously competitive guilds out there who also want to get as high rewards as possible. So looking at that strategy is going to be an interesting element to the season, what happens. Currently we're just making our way through our zone in the map and looking to hopefully take a city zone in the next couple of days. So we'll see how that all goes. Just a kind of little update on this account as well, my solo account. So obviously I did the tickets recruitment in my main on Monday night. I still have 188 super tickets in this account at the moment as well, but I'm not going to use them on this SX recruitment. The reason for that is I have quite a few S3 heroes like Skybreaker. This is more like an archer's, as much an archer's account as it is a cavalry account, unlike my main, which is really strongly geared towards cavalry. So I'm going to be trying to get a couple of Skybreaker duplicates in Heroes Return, maybe a Living Saint later on in the season as well. I've nearly completed Rose and Blades, so I won't be going after her. And then I've got JD Eagle for my back row as well. I've nearly got my first duplicate for him. So I'm working towards having quite a strong Archer's Legion in this account. Also, the main kind of cool thing that I'm doing with this account in terms of the research and to bring you guys a nice video is that I'm getting closer to my double T9 training day, research day. I will unlock Archers and Cavalry T9 on the same research day in a few weeks' time. As you can see, I'm at 95% on my Archer training and 94% on the Cavalry. So I'm nearly there. I've completed all the other prerequisites for both of those with all the other research and buildings. They're all ready to go. So I'm really looking forward to bringing that video to you guys, just something a little bit different. Obviously, usually if that was a main account, you wouldn't want to be working towards 2 T9s at the same time. You'd want to just unlock one first and then work towards the second one. But as I say, this is my second account, so I'm just kind of doing this as a different thing for the channel. And that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video today. I just wanted to say thank you very much to everyone that's been watching the video so far. I haven't even been running the channel for 3 weeks and I'm already up to 1,200 views I've had over all the videos on the channel, 75 subscribers. I'm really happy and pleased and thankful for all the support that everyone's giving. Thank you so much, guys. Please do continue to spread the word in-game. You know, that's the best way for the channel to build. I really hope that I can continue to grow in the coming weeks and people can take advantage of the knowledge that I've gained from working with a really good bunch of people in Undisputed, as well as just, you know, learning as I go. And just thanks again for all the support. So that's everything for this video, guys. I will try and bring another video about Eden in a couple of days' time. I'll be uploading different videos on specific subjects as well whenever I can. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.